Hi everyone, Agnes here, and welcome to the fourth part in this little series called 4 Pinpointed Steps to Creating. Today is the fourth part and it's going to be on the topic of money. Now I'm going to go through the 4 steps, and then what I'm going to do is use the example of money and how to apply these steps to that subject. So if you want to do a bit of writing and pause the audio while you're doing your writing, you're very welcome to do so. Now, the 4 steps. Number 1, get very clear about what you want. So clarity is very important for Source, God, the universe, to deliver to you what you desire. Number 2 is imagine. So creating a very short scene that implies your wish fulfilled or your desire having manifested. Number 3 is gratitude. So remembering that I am so grateful for, and then you fill in the blank. Now today we're doing the subject of money, so it will be money-related gratitude statements. Number 4 is surrender and trust. So once you have gone through the other 3 steps, it's going to a place mentally and emotionally and saying to God, Source, or the universe, I surrender and I trust. And I surrender and I trust that what I desire, what I have been clear about, what I've imagined, and what I've now been able to be grateful for, I now hand over and let go so that you, Source, can assemble the desire in your own wonderful way. So now I'm going to go through these 4 steps and how I would apply them and some examples of what you could use. So number 1, clarity. Get clear about the money that you want. So it could be one big lump sum. It could be how much you would like per week. It could be that you want to totally and completely pay off your debts if you've got debts. It could be a sum of money to help a family member or a loved one with something that they really need and can't afford. So get clear, and you can write multiple things. It's not just one thing. Out of all those examples, you might decide you want to do all of them. And it might be also having a lump sum of money to buy a new home, a car, a holiday, or to have passive income so that you no longer have to work. So get really clear about how you want to be in relationship with money. And just jot them down in your little notebook. And you're going to be using this clarity for your next step, number 2. Now, step number 2 was imagine. So creating an imaginal scene from your clarity that you've written down. Now, you might just pick, say, 2 of those. You might say, I'm going to pick number 1, lump sum. I would love to have $500,000 or whatever currency you use in your country, and that you have that amount in the bank. And then the second part of the imaginal scene would be that you actually are able to help a loved one. And you want to give them, say, $100,000 on top of what you already have in the bank, and to feel the joy of being able to give that and the relief that would be to them because their situation is quite difficult and you know they're really struggling. So you could put on a piece of music, close your eyes, and then you go through and imagine having that $500,000 or pounds or euros, whichever is your currency, and how amazing that would feel to have that in the bank right now. Say to yourself, how would I feel if I had that right now in the bank? How secure would I feel? How relaxed would I feel around money, knowing that that is sitting there for me to use or not use, just to have there, and the feeling that that would generate. So it's about breathing in, feeling that feeling, breathing out. So you're breathing out anxiety, financial fear, feeling insecure, and breathing in that feeling of security. So that's what you're activating within the imaginal scene. Now, the next thing is to imagine the second part, where you see your loved one, see who they are. You can see how old they are, you can see their face, you can see their anxiety about money, and you're saying to them, I'm giving you $100,000, this is in this example, and I want you to take it and you don't need to pay me back. And the amazing, amazing reaction you would get from them to be able to do so. And then you go back and do scene number 1. And then after about 5 seconds gap, 10 seconds, you go and do scene number 2. So nice and easy, about half a dozen times. And you do that once a day, just for 5-10 minutes, and that is enough. Now we're going into step number 3, gratitude. So you can do that with affirmations if you like. I'm happy and grateful I now have $500,000 in my bank account now. Oh, feel the gratitude for that. Feel how wonderful that feels. Feel that if that was on my banking app as I open it on my phone now and I saw 500,000, how would that make me feel? And also, how would I feel if I had given this wonderful person in my life that really needed the money? How would I feel within myself to be able to do that to help them? And I know it would mean so much to them. How would that be? And just feel the gratitude, going back to those 2 particular examples that you've picked from your step 1 clarity examples. And you can write it down, your gratitude, or you can do it as an audio and just play it to yourself. Or you can do it, say you go for a walk, you can do the gratitude on a walk or on the treadmill at the gym. Nice and easy, nice and simple. Number 4. So you imagine these 2 situations. And then you say, I surrender, I let go, and I trust. I surrender, I let go, and I trust. And it's like you're handing it over to Source. If you want to imagine putting it into a basket and Source taking it away, or if you just want to say the words, I surrender, I let go, and I trust. And you can do this by using the breath. So you breathe in, I surrender, I let go, and I trust. And you breathe out. Now try it with a count of 4. Breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I surrender, I let go, and I trust. And breathe out for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So nice and simple, and you can repeat that half a dozen times. And for today, that is enough. So work through these steps and do them regularly. Get a good routine and watch your money flourish. Now, one little bonus step. A wonderful thing is tithing. So if you can give a little bit of money away, then that can help the circulation of money. It helps let go of the fear of letting go of money, the fear of not having enough, and really working at a deeper level as we learn to give our energy, as we learn to radiate out. In this particular topic of money, it's learning to let go of money a little bit as well. Because if you have money, you're able to give. So start with $1 or £1 or €1. Give a little bit to the waitress that serves you with a beautiful smile. Or give a little bit to a homeless person that you can see really needs some help. Look for places to give to somebody that really gives you a lot spiritually, mentally, or emotionally. See if you can tithe. The concept of tithing has been around for many years, and see if you can start to apply it a little bit, maybe once a week, once a month, but get into this wonderful habit of giving. Lots of love, everyone, and I will see you in the next part very soon. Lots of love.